Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are ready to launch this contract. So let's just go ahead and do that. What do we got here anyway? We've got a battle in the lowlands. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. I think we're completely fine to run as is. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this, shall we? 4.5 skull battle in the lowlands, huh? So we're expecting that there's almost certainly going to be a reinforcement lance of some description. Who's even the op for? I didn't look. Well, I guess we'll find out. Kinda doesn't matter though, ultimately. I feel like we can take anything that the game throws at us, or almost anything. I mean, technically, if they threw like a full lance of bomber-configured Ifrits into our backline, while simultaneously hitting us with, say, 2 lances of artillery on round 1 that all moved before us, yeah, we might struggle with that. At the very least, we'd take an awful lot of damage. And I don't even know how I'd handle that. But I don't think that that's a realistic scenario. We need to destroy the invading lance. We've detected an inbound dropship belonging to the planetary government. Our local 3.5 skulls, not 4.5. Our local defense forces in the expected drop area are ill-equipped to handle a lance of mechs, but with your aid, we can ensure that the raid does minimal damage. We'd like you to intercept the local government lance and destroy it. Commander, the locals wouldn't send a dropship if they didn't mean business, so if we take this job, we should stay alert down here, indeed.
Command interface.
We're expecting at least 2 lances, for sure. The enemy dropship has landed here. Yup. Okay. We do have allies. 3 lances. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to be spawning right in the recommended location. Although I am going to manually place these so that hopefully we don't have any stuck mechs. It's always awkward when our mechs get stuck. I'm actually gonna... Oh, I removed all of them accidentally. Did not intend to do that. But I guess we'll just do something along the lines of this.
Ready to rock, Chief.
Okay.
We can use the forest to our advantage.
Indeed we can.
Reminds me of my childhood, back on the farm. Oh, now I could get used to a place like this.
Pretty mixed lance from our Davian allies here. Rude. So we definitely see a lot of enemies on the field right here, and this is very convenient. I'm not sure where that second lance is at, but this is lances 0 and 1, I'm willing to bet. They move before we do. Where is Lance 2? Lance 2 is back there. Lance 1 is over here. Enemy units are over here. Okay, so they're all clustered in this area. Realistically, we want them to move first. This is fine. Let's see. Phase 14 on that light carrier. There's some units that have already moved.
What now?
Just checking hit odds on the light carrier there. We're going to reserve and let them move first. Our allies will move. They won't reserve. The Orion moves up, fires on that Griffin, triggers their missile AMS, but also hits the Griffin with a few missiles there. Not bad. As far as a round 1 salvo goes, anyway. I mean, that Griffin has moved. They're going to move this Blackjack next. What does that Blackjack have on it? Oh, they didn't move the Blackjack. They moved a missile boat. Okay, that sounds good to me. That Blackjack has a single ballistic energy and missile weapon on it. Okay. We're going to continue to reserve here. The Blackjack will move now, for sure. I'd like to see... He backs off a little bit. Fires on the hunter. Our AMS is still going. I'd like to see this marshal here move, for sure. And this guy. They really don't like that hunter. I mean, they can waste their ammo if they want. This is fine by me. Two damage. Cool. Really non-threatening. Our AMS didn't actually manage to hit anything there. We're going to reserve. Preserving all of our evasive hips and our brace. The Prowler moves now, fires on that light carrier. It does get 5 damage in, but that's really not very important. The Marshal moves now. Fires on that Hunter. I like it. Keep focusing that Hunter. Okay, we're going to reserve a couple more times here.
Holding for a
Actually,
tactical
only the
advantage.
one more time, looks like. Hunter moves up, fires on that Marshal. Does a little bit of splash damage. We'll accept it. Oh, we do have a mover in phase 13. Okay. So we're probably going to do one last reservation to allow this guy to move. The light carrier backs off. Continues to fire at that Hunter. He's running some splash damage. Okay. So the light carrier becomes a bit of a priority. The archer moves up. Fires on that light carrier. Doesn't do much. It was also running splash damage, so I would have preferred that it attacked someone a little more clustered. Okay, so this guy did indeed move. So all of these units that we see have moved. There are more units out there.
Confirmed.
But at this point, we're going to position, I think, here with the Salamander. Yes, the light carrier is a bit of a priority, but not for the Salamander. The Salamander is going to hit this Marshal. Are we going to fire the X-Pulse? Not on these hit odds, in all honesty. Do we want to fire this in direct mode? Maybe. It's a little more risky, but we also have better hit odds. Let's give it a go. That was worth it. That was really, really worth it. Solid hits on both the Marshal and the Griffin there.
Commander.
The Awesome is going to step forward.
On the move.
Checking hit odds on that light carrier. I mean, it's low, so we're almost certainly going to go for the Marshal instead. Do we fire the Rocket 20 here? I think not on round 1, since we have no sensors at all. That might be a knockdown on that Marshal. It is. That Marshal is in extreme danger right now.
Hey,
The Battle Master is going to move up.
moving to position.
Checking hit odds on that light carrier. They're low. Hit odds on the Marshal are also quite low. I mean, we've got the no sensors, we've got the max range. Let's go ahead and give this a go, see what we get. Not a whole lot there.
I'm ready.
The Boar's Head can step up to here.
On my way.
I think we're still going to fire over at the Marshal. Sniper artillery in direct fire mode. I mean, we can't get away with this much heat generation, obviously. We don't fire the ER medium lasers, but everything else seems good. Some good splash damage going on there, and the Marshal is destroyed.
Hostile eliminated. I'm just
Waiting for orders.
Yes, I'm aware that you're generating heat. We're going to step up over here with the Orion. I would still love to hit the light carrier. That's probably a next round sort of thing. And we'll fire on the Griffin here.
Engaging with target.
Not the greatest hits there, but we knew that our hit odds weren't always going to be the best. We're going to step forward and still checking those hit odds. They're still not great. We're going to need sensor rolls to hit that most likely. And we'll just fire on this Griffin. Decent hits there. Taking out the torso and getting a knockdown on that Griffin. That Griffin is now in extreme danger.
Standing by.
Our Black Knight is going to step forward.
On
The
the
Black
move.
Knight is really about crit rolls and armor strip. And given these hit odds, actually the light carrier is within range of our pulse lasers, so we're going to roll this up on the light carrier. Get that armor strip in.
Taking this up.
Not great hits there, but we did get some decent armor strip done. Yeah, this side is quite weak.
Commander?
The Magcat Mark II is going to be kind of struggling for LOS right now because we're clustered into this area, which is one of the reasons why we want to get rid of the light carrier. Let's go ahead and fire.
Engaging target.
Okay. Light carrier's down, and we got a stray shot with one of our lasers. I like it. Okay, no reservations this round. The Orion is going to move forward.
Heading out.
We're going to check hit odds on these guys over here. They're decent, actually. Very decent. I'm tempted to do this on the Crusader. Just try to get it nuked. Even Warlord it. Do it. I didn't realize he was braced. Okay.
I'm out of short range.
That didn't do as much as I was hoping.
Heat damage. Damn it.
Is he braced? He definitely didn't take much from that. We're not showing a brace if he's braced. Okay. Well, we're going to step forward with our Hector here.
Move into position.
The Hector could go for the Crusader. He must be braced. Look at that damage from the PPCs. Or maybe... Yeah, he has to be braced. We're just not seeing it. Okay, in that case, we're going to finish the Griffin. Light him up. There we go. The Griffin is down.
Mech destroyed.
And at this point, the Crusader moves in round 14. This Talon could move up. Let's see what it does. We may want to reserve if we don't have a good target other than this Crusader.
Receiving you.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, I think we reserve at this point.
Waiting for my
If the
orders.
Crusader's braced, I want to wait until after that brace is worn off. They have a Timberwolf back there. Running a lot of missiles. Okay. That's fine. The Orion is going to sensor lock that Timberwolf and fire on the Blackjack. I like this choice. Got a Narc on it, too. That's a very good choice. They have a Trebuchet over there, firing on Coma.
My armor's getting
Our AMS
knocked
is
off.
getting some awkward rolls here. Hunter moves up, fires on that Crusader. Yeah, it is guarded with Bulwark. Okay. The Archer moves up, fires on that Crusader. Okay, they have a Condor over there. Not a big deal. Gonna reserve one more time.
Waiting for the right play.
Because this is our primary target right now, the only one we have solid LOS on, and I don't want to fire on him when he's braced if we can help it. Let's see what he does here. The Blackjack will also move. The Crusader is a solid target now.
Damage is light.
Excellent.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to step forward with our Black Knight to here.
Roger that.
And we're going to fire on that Crusader. We have good odds. We shouldn't stray shot our Hector. If we do, it's not a big deal.
Affirmative.
Much better. Structure exposure and unsteady on that Crusader. I like it. The Crusader is in serious jeopardy right now. The Blackjack firing on the Hunter there, and also it's in a target. It's a target for people over on this side.
I'm here.
Our Battle Master is going to step forward, however, and
Okay,
let's see what
let's
we've
go.
got for this Crusader. Decent hit odds. Take him.
I think this hurt.
We missed with both of our ultra autocannon shots, which is unfortunate.
Good to go.
But our awesome can position off over this way.
Moving to position.
We could fire up here, but that's a terrible idea. We're going to fire on the Crusader. I think we fire the Rocket 20 and go for the kill on it. This is a slight overheat, and we could stray shot, but I don't think we really will.
Locking on target.
Solid hits there.
That hit. I am out of SRMs.
That's a knockdown.
It's getting hot in here.
Not a kill, but a knockdown. The Magcap Mark II is in a bit of an awkward position. We can position it
Moving
here,
out.
though, and go ahead and fire on that Crusader. This should be a kill shot. Yeah, there we go. Crusader is down. Next up, the Salamander will continue to advance here. I think that we're going to drop our Arrow 4s on this Condor in indirect mode. It's kind of centrally located. We can get some splash damage on all three of these. I like it.
Copy that.
Let's see what we get. Not great, but it's fine, I guess. The Boar's Head is going to do basically the same thing. It needs to sink heat, so we're going to fire in indirect mode on this Condor.
Locking target.
Not a great shot there either,
Go, go, go!
but it's fine, I guess. Phase 22, what are they going to do? They have two movers in this phase. We're not sure who, but I think the Talon is one of them, yeah. The Talon comes up, fires on our friend the Archer, and also makes itself a target.
How's it going?
I would like to step our awesome slightly further forward. Here will work.
Roger that.
We're running hot, and we should definitely fire... 2 evasive pips is not great here, I guess. Odds are best on the Blackjack. They're still not great. Do we fail our sensor roll? No. Obstructed into forest, target move. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to sink heat and pot shot the single heavy PPC. We do actually hit it. So that's great. We'll impair his sensors. Who else do they move in phase 22? Somebody with a couple LRMs. Not a big deal.
Good to go.
Okay, our Orion is going to want to sprint forward over here. Now, hit odds aren't going to be good here either. They'll be mediocre at best. Actually, this is better than I expected. I think we'll do something like this for heat purposes. Okay. He is unsteady. He'll probably move... Oh, round 15? Okay. Sounds good. The Trebuchet firing on the Archer. This is fine.
What now?
The Battlemaster will step up over here for LOS purposes.
I guess.
Yeah, hit odds on that Blackjack are very, very low. We're probably just not going to fire the UAC-20, or maybe just in X1 mode. Yeah, give it a go.
Okay.
We did actually hit it. That Blackjack is not having the best of days. Our friendly Orion moves up, fires on the Talon. Structure exposure. And narked it. Okay, we'll take that. Who did they move phase 17? They're Timberwolf. Okay, incoming missiles on the Hunter. Not too relevant. And then our friend the Prowler moves and fires on that Talon. Gets an engine crit. Not too bad.
Ready for...
Our Hector is likely going to step forward here. This LOS isn't great. But it's the best we're going to get. Okay, so we'll position it here. And we'll keep firing on this Blackjack. Hit odds are pretty good, and this side is weakening. We could get a kill here before the Blackjack really gets to use that Gauss rifle, and that would be awful nice. There's this LRM gone, and that's a knockdown. Now, we may lose LOS on the Blackjack here because of the obstruction. That reserves it back to phase 6. The Hunter fires on the Blackjack. I love it. And that's a kill. Great. Hunter saving us from having to spare a round on that with a mech. Okay, so we've got one more enemy unit, we've got half the support lance, and we've got the full second support lance to go. Condor firing on that Hunter. They're still going for that.
Yup.
Our Salamander is going to step off over this direction. I think that we're going to continue dropping indirect arrow 4s on this Condor, which is still centrally located here.
Engaging target.
I've definitely seen better shots than that.
Awaiting orders.
The Black Knight is going to move forward to about
On my
here.
way.
How
Double
are we
time.
looking for these hit odds? Mediocre, but we'll give it a go. This is into the weak side of this Talon, so. A lot of armor hits there, but we did get multiple engine crits
Target's
and
taking a
a
critical
torso
hit.
destruction. Nice. That Talon is actually incredibly close to dead. I don't like this position for the Mark II. This is a better position.
Copy that.
I think we'll do something like this to sink heat. This should be a guaranteed kill. There we go. The enemy units are down. And now we've got the support lances to go. So, who do we move next? The Boar's Head. Boar's Head positions here. Everything is indirect. 7.3 versus what on the Condor? 9.2? Okay.
Feel my wrath.
That's not very much wrath, if I'm honest. We're gonna need more wrath, buddy. Okay, the archer firing on the trebuchet there, only getting a small smattering of armor damage there.
Let's do this.
At this point, I kind of want to reserve again. See if they'll come out of their cover. Let's see what they do. Irrelevant. Are you going to ace pilot, though? That usually means that the AI will ace pilot, but not in this case. Okay. Let's reserve past 18. The Orion is going to fire on the Valk. We got a little damage in there. The Condor does move up a bit. Gonna do one last reservation here.
Acknowledged.
Trebuchet moves forward, fires on the Battlemaster. It does a fair amount of armor damage. Our AMS is out of ammo.
I don't like how this is going.
However, that Trebuchet
Aye, aye.
is now a solid target. We're going to move forward,
Moving to position.
and we're going to work on building up some instability on it. Excellent. The Hunter moves up, also goes for the Trebuchet. I like that. Timberwolf will move now, I believe. There we go. Fires on the Hunter. I love it. That's great.
Yes, Commander.
The Awesome is going to want to move out over this direction. I mean, sprinting isn't going to help our hit odds too much, but we're just going to position out over here and see what we can do. Oof. Missed both of those PPCs. We had better than even odds. I would have expected to hit one of those. Unfortunate. A sensor lock out on this Trebuchet is not bad, though. We'll take that.
Ready to rock.
Our Salamander moves next. We do have direct LOS on this Trebuchet. We could do this. I like it. 72%.
Got you.
Light him up. That is a lot of damage on that Trebuchet. The Archer moves up, goes for the Condor. I would have preferred that it go for the Treb here, but I guess it got some armor damage in there. That's fine.
Commander?
The Boar's Head is going to be out of LOS for, like, everything, unless we take it out, like, over this way. I guess we can do that and fire on the Trebuchet with direct fire sniper artillery. I'm actually going to do indirect fire here, though, because I don't want to risk stray shotting our mech here. Okay. We did get a head hit there.
Just in.
That Trebuchet is knocked down. So he is quite dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Standing by.
The Orion is going to position back over here.
Roger.
And this is just a absolutely free shot.
Engaging target.
I don't think we hit the CT the way I wanted to. Yeah, not quite, but it'll do.
Yes,
The Battle
Commander.
Master, I want to send up this direction to engage these guys. I guess it can position here where it can also shoot at the Treb, but don't fire that UAC-20. I don't think it's worth it. Let's let the recoil reset and just do this.
Locking in target.
Okay.
Yes, Commander.
The Mark II is in an okay position, I guess. We'll just fire those Gauss rifles.
I got
This should be a kill. There we go.
That's a kill.
Excellent.
Commander.
Next up, our Hector is just going to move forward and sink heat.
No shooting, just running.
Okay, next round, it's just these two left, or rather these three left. It shouldn't take too long to chip through them. Okay, that Valkyrie exposing itself out of cover. I like it. Actually, it is technically in cover, but it's very
Right
close.
here.
We're going to move up with our Battle Master. Our Battle Master is fairly exposed here, so I am going to Vigilance it. There's no point in not Vigilancing, I believe. 46% on the Timberwolf, and we'll have to take those. Okay. Light him up.
Affirm.
That was solid. Good damage there. The Orion is going to fire on the Valk. He got a smattering of missile damage. The Timberwolf will move now. Firing on the Hunter. I love it. Keep doing that, please. Keep that up.
Got something you want?
Okay, at this point, the Maghat Mark II could move here. We're better off moving the Hector, though, right now. And we're going to position the Hector as all obstructed LOS. We're going to position the Hector over here and just pot shot at this Valk. I don't expect too much out of this, though.
Target confirmed.
It's about what I expected.
Failed to connect.
Actually, I expected one of those to hit, but...
Orders.
I'm going to reserve the Magcat Mark II, I think, because I want to position it... Well, that LOS that I saw previously does not appear to be here anymore. Oh, we've got it here. It's obstructed by the Awesome. We're going to reserve it just to the Magcat Mark II and try to clear this firing corridor a bit.
Commander.
The Black Knight is going to make its way up over this direction. The best it can do is go here and fire on this Valkyrie. Odds are not great, but let's see. That did okay.
What are your orders, Skipper?
The Salamander is going to position out over
I got
here.
you.
Guided directs are okay, or we could do standard indirects and try to get some splash damage on that Timberwolf. And that's what we're going to do.
Affirmative.
The first hit was good, the second hit not so good. The Orion is going to position here,
Coordinates received.
and we're just going to pot shot the dual PPCs. It's actually decent odds. Okay. Let's see what the Prowler does. Fires on the Condor. Gets 10 damage. Not great. The Condor should move now. It may move through the fire. And let's see what it decides to do. Go for the Hunter. Cool. Please continue.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to move up with the Awesome here, and it's going to be mediocre,
On the move. Full speed.
but we can fire at this Valkyrie. That was one solid hit anyway.
Critical hit.
Okay. The Hunter is going to fire at the Valk now, and this is good. I like this choice. This is a good choice. No crits. The Archer is going to fire at the Timberwolf. That's... I guess, since that's splash damage, that's okay.
Good to go.
Not the greatest, by any means, but it's fine. Do we have direct LOS here? No, this is broken, but this is fine.
Copy that.
An armor hit on the Valk there.
Yes, Commander.
Unfortunate. The Boar's Head can make its way up, and I think that it should fire... These are all kind of mediocre. We're going to try to hit the Timberwolf here. Okay, we got a reasonable hit there.
Yes, Commander.
Our Orion is going to look for an LOS, and we get a decent one over here. We'll Warlord and try to go for the kill, I think, on this Valk. We'll take this overheat.
Acknowledge.
There we go.
My heat sink
Valk
can't
ejects.
fast enough.
Fantastic.
Taking damage.
The Hector is going to want to try to make its way around into some LOS. We can't quite get there this round, but we'll move to here.
Standing by.
The Battlemaster could move in here. Would this be a charge? This would be a charge. We don't want to charge. We'll just position here.
I'll try.
Again, the Battlemaster is very exposed here, so we will Vigilance it. And honestly, I think we go for the Timberwolf.
Targeted. For now, try.
That's a knockdown. Fantastic. So that Timberwolf now won't move until round 13. Our friendly Orion moves up, fires on the Timberwolf. We got a gyro crit there. Is that an exposed CT? It is. Exciting. Okay, so they're working on their Condor right now. Let's see what that decides to do. Wrap around and try to do a rear arc on the Battlemaster, maybe? Okay, nope. That's not relevant. Sure.
Yes, Commander.
Our Black Knight can move in, and the Black Knight is just going to fish for the kill in the Timberwolf's exposed CT. Has so many odds here. It's dead. The Timberwolf is just dead. There we go.
One less target. I've depleted my Gauss rifle ammo.
And the Salamander can just go ahead and drop standard indirects on the Condor. This will be fine. Our last standard indirects. And we got some decent armor strip there. I like it.
LRMs are out.
Indeed they are.
Yes, boss.
The Awesome is going to sprint forward. It does not get LOS this round, so it will sink some heat. Prowler firing on the Condor. There's no other targets, so we're not surprised by this.
Up, boss.
The Madcap Mark II, it's not going to have LOS.
Let's move.
Like, ever. It'll move forward, but not going to get too much done there. More damage into that Condor. That's nice. What we really need to do right now is move the Battlemaster, but I don't see that happening for a little while. Not until next round, anyway. Sniper Artillery will fire, but that's a big ol' miss.
That's a miss.
We're not surprised by that. The Archer is going to fire on that Condor, hitting nothing. Okay. At this point, the Battlemaster is going to step in to optimal range here. Now, this is a refire penalty on the UAC-20. We're only going to fire it in X1 mode, but let's see what we get. We missed the autocannon, but we did get an armor penetration, so that's great. The Awesome can position up over here and go for the kill. We could even fire the eye rocket, and that'll almost guarantee the kill.
Locked on.
Especially with those PPCs missing. There we go.
Reporting one.
Excellent. Let's get out of here.
Mission successful.
We didn't take all that much damage. We did dish out a lot of damage. There's no doubt about that. Do we want any of those mech parts from salvage? Honestly, we're probably only interested in cash from that. But I don't think we have very much priority salvage from this anyway. Let's see. They want the Timberwolf and the Blackjack parts. They're offering us 4 double heatsink kits in exchange. I accept. We could use more double heatsink kits. Fantastic. We have 1 priority salvage. Hopefully all 4 of those are stacked. Let's see. Actually, these are just double heat sinks. Clan double heat sinks, 2 stack. A 17 stack of regular heat sinks. All of these are unstacked. I think we're going to hope to get one of these in the roulette and take the 2 clan double heat sinks. Sad. Very sad indeed. We'll get rid of the endosteel structure. The LBX-5 cluster we've got, and we probably should have kept that actually, but it's okay. We'll continue. The LBX-5 cluster I'm not too concerned about, but I probably should keep like 2 tons of ammo around for things like that. But it's fine. No big deal there. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that after we know what Yang is going to charge us for the repairs here. It shouldn't be too much. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and my guess is that we're looking at probably 80 to 100,000 C-bills. Let's see. 80,000. Nice. Right on the money. That's what I like to see. Speaking of things that I will see, this is just a super smooth transition here. I will see you all next time.